It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, Showtime, what's happening, everybody? The Geno Jones Show. So I'm coming to you live, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m., 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. You and everybody you know, everybody that you like, that you love, folks you can't stand, folks you hate, strangers, aliens from outer space. Even soon to be convicted former commanders-in-chief. Trying to be nice. The hell with being nice. All right, everybody. Once again, don't forget, tell everybody to subscribe to the Geno Jones channel and watch me live. And oh, by the way, if you're watching me live, I have a live chat room. Feel free to comment, ask questions. My guest today, he's an artist, a super producer, hit maker, one of the hottest producers on the planet, returning to the Geno Jones Show because he's got all these artists that he's producing and doing remixes. He is performing, talking about Mr. Sean Dolby of Chameleon's Music, coming up shortly. So, all right, let me just get this out the way. All right, your boy, who I affectionately refer to as Orange Hitler, Donald John Trump, has been indicted by a grand jury in New York City. As a matter of fact, a Manhattan grand jury has indicted your man. Now, things are about to get real interesting. Now, this might be the first indictment, but I guarantee you, it sure in the hell won't be the last one. Fonnie Willis, Fulton County District Attorney, Fulton County, Atlanta. She coming for that ass. Let me see, who else? Oh, Jack, I think his name is Jack White, Special Prosecutor for the Department of Justice. He really coming for that ass. So, yes, and in America, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. But I think, shout out to Manhattan DA, District Attorney Alan Bragg. Because Orange Hitler, he is threatened this dude. Somebody had a picture where Orange Hitler's standing there with a bat like he's about to bash. Oh, by the way, you know, Alan Bragg is a black man. So, you know, he said, Alan Bragg is racist, and he's just coming after me because I'm white. No, he's coming after your ass because your ass is a criminal who just happens to be white. Which, by the way, Donald, or Orange, is this whole concept of whiteness is made up to begin with. And you know that. And you use this whole concept of whiteness because it's really about, it's a power. It's like a power construct. It was created 1680 when it was created to separate those small group of people who really had all the money, the wealth, land, political, social, economic power, where they could basically control and exploit the masses. They had to come out the well, but now how can we get more people on our side? Because really, like, the majority of the planet are actually people of color. When they say, like, black folks and, you know, brown folks, Hispanic folks are minorities. No, they really, you know, that's like that Jedi mind trick. Or as we call it, gaslighting. Projecting, you know, something that you're doing, or somebody that you are, you project it on somebody else and make them think that, oh no, you're the one. When it's really the person that's pointing is the one. So, Orange Hitler indicted by a Manhattan, New York City grand jury. I don't know what the charges are yet. They haven't read the indictments. Stay tuned. Now, I'm done. That's it. I am not giving this dude, no. I don't even want that energy on this show. But since it just happened a couple hours ago, and you know, we do the show live, this is Thursday. March 30th, 2023. So mark that down because this day is going down in history. The first former president, even though Nixon his ass should have been indicted. So really should have been his second. Now some of these presidents way back in the day that really emboldened slavery, and well, that's a whole different story. The first former U.S. president to be criminally charged with crimes, plural. Oh, there's not going to be one crime. And a felony indictment, not a misdemeanor. I'm not a lawyer. I don't even play one on TV. This is the Geno Jones Show, not CNN, not even MSNBC. But some might argue with some of the monologues, you might think that I would be coming on either right before or right after Joy Reid. Shout out to my girl, Joy Reid, on MSNBC. I love Joy. Joy's doing her thing. So, as I switch gears, today, March 30th. Today is also the birthday of Stanley Kirk Burrell. Now you say, who is Stanley Kirk Burrell? Don't hurt him, Hammer, 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 Hammer. MC Hammer, 61 today. Wow. And she was a big star like in the late 80s, early 90s, really the late 80s. 1988, she had like a huge hit, won Grammys and everything. Haven't seen much of this sister. Tracy Chapman had a song called Fast Car back in 1988. It was #1. It was R&B, pop. Everybody was singing it. Got to the point where it was driving me crazy. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. Didn't want to have to play it on the radio anymore. I'm done with it. Happy birthday, Tracy Chapman. She's 59. And NFL Super Bowl champion. Should have been a 2-time Super Bowl champion. He's still mad at Russell Wilson. Don't be mad at Russell. Okay, you say Russell called the audible. He's still mad at Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll and Darrell Bevel, who's the offensive coordinator, who called the dumbest ass play in Super Bowl history. When you got Marshawn Lynch, second down on the 1-yard line, and you throw a damn ball, and you throw a slant. I digress. Richard Sherman, 35. Damn, when I saw Richard Sherman, 35. I remember when he first came in the league with the Seattle Seahawks. Wow. Happy birthday, Richard Sherman. He's now, for all you 49ers fans, you know who Richard Sherman is because now he's playing with the 49ers. I don't think he got cut. So, and everybody else celebrating birthday today. Happy birthday. All right, let me bring my guest on, man. Let me say shout out to Groove Master Dre. I see you in the chat room. Also, my #1 fan, my executive producer, my CEO of publicity, my publicist, my manager, my mother is watching the show. How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, so this man returning to the show. He's an artist. He is a producer. And he ain't just a producer. He's a super producer. He is killing it. He's got beats all over the planet. He is producing hits for some of everybody. You seen my man Marcus Allen's hit Slide that we were playing back toward the end of the fall, early winter, where you saw the cameo by yours truly, your man, in the video. So he's producing so many hits by so many artists, and his list is only growing. And he's got a new artist that he's going to tell you about. That you're going to see his video on the show tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further delay, so it looks like we lost. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. Don't know where. I don't know why I don't see his live shot.
Subscribe and tune in.
Technical issue here. I don't know where Mr. Sean Dolby is. What have we done? So we have some little technical snafu here on the Geno Jones Show. Because I can see him. I can see his live shot. So we've been playing around with things today. So we have to get things fixed.
Can you hear me?
There you go. Don't know what happened. Don't know what the hell.
You got me?
All right, I got you now. I don't know what's going on. So it's my equipment is acting crazy, but you know what?
Okay.
We're going to leave well enough alone. Oh, I think I know. Ladies and gentlemen, my bad. Forgive me. That was operator error. See, I don't throw other people under the bus. I raise my hand. Hey, see your boy Orange Hitler got indictment, man. And I'm just all like, but an indictment is not a conviction.
No.
An indictment, that means he caught a case, he caught a charge, but he ain't in the joint yet. But he about to get that mug shot. I predict that he's probably gonna do something really stupid, probably like, flip the bird or smile. Anyway, I digress. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, you see, big Oakland Raider fan, the one, the only, Sean Dolby. What's happening, Sean Dolby?
Orange just came in and just threw you out of your groove, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, man. Okay. He did. He really did. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. My live shot, I've seen it in my monitor. That was operator error. So my bad.
Okay.
What you got there? Hold on now. What we drinking on the job? Drinking on camera?
Yes. Well, I'm sorry.
Well, hold on.
I'm sorry, Mother Jones. Sorry, Mother Jones.
Hold on. I gotta jump in because you are a grown ass man and you are in your own studio, so you got a right to do virtually anything that you want to do. That's not gonna violate any laws, any local, state, federal laws, and it's gonna cause anybody any immediate harm.
I love my scotch.
However,
I love my scotch.
Okay, I was gonna say. However, if we are shouting out any brand names, they got to sponsor the show. Or I got to send them an invoice. So.
Notice I didn't say which scotch.
Yeah.
But it's very good scotch. How y'all? Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
All right, Sean Dolby. Man, you've been. Listen, you were supposed to come back on the show. We've been doing this like every week. I'm getting you back on, but you've been so busy. So congratulations, all jokes aside.
Thank you.
Since the last time you were on the show, there's a long, Christmas list, Santa's Christmas list of people that you have produced and hits that you got out. So you want to tell the viewers about that.
Well, first of all, let me get to the meat and potatoes. All right. We ain't got no time for no salad here. Here and the sides, this is it, the meat and potatoes. First of all, I am blessed. Ever since I left Charleston, South Carolina, and moved here to Tennessee. And everybody was like, why are you moving to Chattanooga? Go to Nashville. I'm like, nope. Chattanooga's in between Atlanta. It's in between Nashville. It's in between Birmingham. So since I came here, I just started following. See people calling me while I'm doing your show. You see what it is?
Tell them they should be watching live. We're on live here.
You're wasting tape.
And subscribe to the channel while you're at it.
I'm on the Geno Jones show. Anyway, I've got a lot of stuff. Goodness gracious, DeMarcus Allen was like the jump off. But wow, I did Nelson Sugar. The Southern Soul movement is big. Southern Soul is like is like rap music back in 1979, 1980. It wasn't commercial yet, but it had a huge underground following.
And it's basically R&B. It's just R&B because R&B's got so many different flavors. It's R&B music.
But strategically, I came in the Southern Soul route to meet people who already had European distribution.
Yeah.
Follow me now. Who already had European distribution over in Germany and England and China and Canada. So I came in bringing my style of hip hop to it, hip hop R&B. I've been pretty blessed. Roy Chip, Chip Anthony brought me in, and I'm working with Chip. I'm producing with Nelson Sugar Shack Man Curry. The best part about it is I get to bring my friends along. So Marcus Allen won. I've got a new record coming out. Geno, I got to let you know. The new record I have coming out with our friend Heather Rogers.
Okay.
Is coming next month.
Oh, I love
it. And it's Blue-Eyed Southern Soul.
Well,
you heard what I said?
Full disclosure, I know Heather. She's a friend. She's a big fan of the show, and I've heard her sing it. So the sister can go. So I was going to ask you what's the vibe going to be, but I can't wait to hear. And I know you.
Honestly, there are not a lot of actually there's no, to my knowledge, white people in Southern Soul.
I can't think of any. I can't think of any. She might be. She'll be a
Reasonable Blues.
pioneer. She'll be the first.
So
Yeah.
I've hooked her up with this guy who you're doing the video today. Well, you said you're gonna do it tomorrow. Katie Dawson. He's Georgia boy out of Thomasville, Georgia. Great guy. Started off doing R&B, and I hooked up with him by way of Facebook. And I teamed him up with Heather Rogers. And man, let me tell you something. Heather's got a lot of soul. Don't let that rocker girl next door look fool you. Heather Rogers has a lot of soul, so I'm bringing my bestie in. We just did the new record with Lisa Harrington, Miss Loving Life, Lisa.
And talk about your single that you killing with Joe Nice that you're on performing, and I think Yvette. How you forgetting about that one?
No, well, I was getting to
that. We're banging that on my radio station.
I'm glad you brought that up. Gwen is probably the most talented sister I've worked with in years. I met her by way of Belinda B.P. Parker. They did an event together, and I met her by through that route. And she was doing European R&B, but she said, "I want to do Southern Soul." I'm like, "I got you." So the Country Swag was just that's the name of the song, Country Swag. It was the video will be out in about 3 weeks, and it was a surprise. And of course, Missy B from Charleston, James Island, South Carolina. I brought her in. She's managed by the same dude Cliff Williams, who manages Tucker. So I said, I got to do a song for my homegirl and stick to what you know. But let me tell you, the Country Swag and the new Lisa record, Miss Love and Life. We did the Naughty Party, New Orleans style. We went Gullah and Mardi Gras style. We just finished the video this past weekend in Mount Pleasant. So I'm kind of hot right now. Thank the Lord. Gina, I lost your audio. Let me see.
That glass.
There we go.
See? All right, yeah. Now here you. See, you can't blame it on Orange Hitler. We're going to blame it on that brown liquor.
Blame it on scotch.
So wait a minute. So let me go back because I was trying to ask a question and I could tell you couldn't hear me.
Okay.
So for the viewers, describe what is British soul. Because you said like that British soul. What does
British
that sound
soul,
like now?
British soul technically is what I did with Mark Sallin.
Okay.
It's that throwback late 80s, early 90s, where groups like Loose Ends.
Okay. Soul to Soul.
When Phyllis Hyman did, she teamed up with Nick Martinelli with the Living All Alone album.
Yeah. Soul to Soul. Because
Soul to Soul.
They were huge in the early 90s. I mean, they were huge.
Yeah.
Not just
and
there.
I did a record.
Yeah.
I did a record with a guy called named Taiwan. And we redid the Rocky Robbins song that was called You and Me. And it was a huge wedding record back in the 80s, late 70s,
I
early
remember
80s.
that, yeah.
Rocky Robbins. We redid it with a soul to soul groove. So the distribution is huge over there. They loving it over there. So my royalties are coming in pretty nicely.
My man.
But I'm gonna do.
So I need to holler at you after the show. We gotta talk. We gotta talk investors for the Geno because we are taking the show to the next level. So we need to make some. What is the term when you're purchasing equipment to enhance and take your business to the next level?
It's called purchases.
yeah. There you go. I like that.
There's no technical term for it.
Right.
Because you can have the fancy equipment. It's the person behind the equipment, man.
Yes, exactly. All that. So we will talk after the show. But congratulations. So now let's. I want to talk about the sequel you got with Joe Nice and is it Yvette?
Gwen Yvette, who does Country Swag. Listen, to be honest with you, the record with Joe Nice and Gwen Yvette wasn't even supposed to be released.
Because you on it too, and you.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's from the forthcoming EP. He's the DJ, I'm the rapper. Notice that's the old Jazzy Jeff from Fresh Prince.
So this is gonna be your album?
No, it's Joe Nice and me and Joe Nice are collaborating.
Okay, I love that. Okay. Okay.
It's kind of like Jazz Jeff and Fresh Prince. And we
Keep your
decided
hands
to,
to yourself.
yeah,
Till
yeah.
you and Joe keep y'all. We don't, no more. Keep your hands to yourself.
We decided to, it was the idea I had just listening actually to Star 99, listening to you. One day you were playing Joy by Teddy Pendergrass.
Teddy, yeah.
And I said, you know what? This is a nice grown folks record. It goes Southern Soul, it goes UK. And I said, why don't we flip this? And we came up with Joyous. And hey, it's Friday
It's
night.
clever, man. Oh,
Friday night, I got my
where
money
is
right.
that? Let me ask you, where is that video?
We're waiting, honestly, on Joe. Joe's a very family man.
Okay, I
Joe,
respect that.
Joe's a huge. He doesn't work during the winter. He doesn't.
Okay.
He does not. After Easter, he works. So we'll be together in Orangeburg, South Carolina, Mother's Day weekend
Okay.
for a big Southern Soul Fest. It's coming.
All right. Well, we need that video. You know, with technology, he can still be at home. You know, they got Zoom and, you know, they got we're just talking about technology and equipment.
Trust me, Geno. I bring all my people on. Chip, Joe, Guinevere, a lot of. Oh, by the way, I'm also doing something quite as kept. Something with Fat Man Scoop.
What? Oh!
I've been doing some stuff with Fat Man Scoop for a while, so we're finally about to do something on a major level with a major pop artist who I will keep quiet right now. When I say major pop artist, because the last record Fat Man Scoop did was the Beyonce. Before I let go.
Wait a minute, man. Come on. You can't tease me. Come on, this is me and you, dude. We got 2 decades. I know you're not gonna come on my show.
I will let you.
I know you ain't gonna come on my show and kind of big time me and do that now.
I will let you know at a later date because I'm going to Atlanta next week to sign off and everything.
Man, can you give us? Come on, man. Give me something, man. Give me.
It's a huge Atlanta.
We family, man. Hey,
I tell you what.
Shawnee, help a brother out, okay? I need a viral moment, so give me something.
Here's a clue. Russell Wilson.
Oh!
That's all I gotta say.
Oh!
That's all I gotta say.
Wow.
Batman Scoop, Sean Dolby, Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson ain't the artist, but
you ain't gotta say anything else. What?
Yeah.
Wow. I told you.
By the way, Geno, I gotta say this. Before we lose time. Shout out to Groove Master Dre.
Yes.
Who I met through your show.
He's watching right now.
We got a hot new thing that we do. I'm working on a new mix show, internet mix show with Groove Master Dre on his Hidden City Radio. And then I'm producing something where he voices it because he has like his rhyme and I love Groove Master Dre. Man.
Well, he's a regular contributor, so he comes on some Fridays now. So
he's that dude.
Yeah,
so
that's my dude.
It doesn't matter who Russell Wilson's wife is that I will be eventually working with by way of Fat Man Scoop. But Groove Master Dre, you notice what I'm saying? The Charleston people, my home people, are more important than anybody else I'm working with. That's how I feel. Not trying to put Charleston on the map. No, because Charleston was on the map forever.
Hold on. Because I was just about to go 2 places, and one of the places I was just about to go to, I said this to people in person. I know I've said it on this show, and I'm saying it again. And I'm not just saying it because I'm here in the Charleston Metro, musically, especially for black music. What Atlanta was in the late 80s and early 90s. I'm telling you, Charleston, so everybody watching around the world, this is like the next R&B, hip hop, Southern soul music hotbed. Yes, there is there's so much talent here.
The funny part about that is Columbia is the capital, but Charleston is the most popular.
Yeah.
So we have a sound. I think what I'm trying to do is bring the Charleston. First of all, I'm trying to mold the Charleston sound, South Carolina sound. because we've always emulated other cities, other states. I'm trying to take what we do with the Gullah Geechee, the yes Lord, the good God, you know how I go, and but I'm trying to bring that to the forefront because New Orleans, there's not too much difference between us and New Orleans vocally. So I'm trying to bring that sound, and everybody's trying to put Charleston on the map. Newsflash: Charleston has been on the map for years.
But not
I'm
like
saying
it's about to be. Not for R&B anyway. I mean,
no.
you've got of course Darius Rucker, my man. Shout out to Darius.
Uh,
He was
Sports,
the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish now, and he was
you know,
doing kind of the rock thing, and now he's doing country. And then shout out to Ranky Tanky and my
mhm.
girl Kiana Parler
who
and
I
Charlton
really
Singleton.
wish would get more love in our home city. But one thing I do admit, and home don't really recognize local celebrity.
Until they really
You're
blow up. Till they really blow up so big.
like
And
Ranky Tanky has 2 Grammys, but nobody that even their own family can tell you what the category was for.
but
So it has to be on a large scale. But hey, we made it. We're on the map. That's all that matters.
well, R&B. I'm just telling you right
And
now.
Gino, I expect you to be the next guest host on The View or The Talk. You don't know that, right?
Oh well, listen. I'm gonna pull a Gail King. The Geno Jones show will always, be front and center. But y'all can pay me $12 million to do a weekly show for 1 hour. I'm good.
I don't see why not.
Why not?
So
Sign a
yeah,
brother up.
so
That's right.
musically, I've been blessed. I've been really blessed, and uh, wow, I really like where my life is right now. Because
So
I mean, to be honest with you, I came through. Yeah, you know this. I came through a depression for years.
right. Well, you know what?
Um,
Let me set it up for you because there were two places I was going. One that Charleston is the new hotbed for R&B, hip hop. Really, through via like the Southern Soul is really going to be like at the core of it. But two, I want to say this. Listen, this man, all jokes aside, is on camera right now. He is the epitome. He's the living proof of anybody out there that that's got genius level talent, frustrated that you just haven't broke through, or you know people have taken your talent for granted or been intimidated by it. But he didn't quit. He didn't give up on himself. He kept believing in himself. He kept betting on himself. He and I known each other virtually 2 decades,
mhm.
and we both. One of the things that bonded us is that the frustration because we knew the talent that we had. Not just that we had receipts. I mean, I worked and did a morning show in Los Angeles, and in Pittsburgh. I dominated the morning show. I beat Tom Joyner doing a morning show in Detroit. So a lot of times you get in situations where you don't get a chance to really display your full arsenal of talents. The best example, just imagine if Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, if the coaches and the GMs said, no, the only thing I need y'all to do is set picks.
Yeah,
Don't
you're
dunk.
right.
No,
Yeah,
don't. No, just set picks. Don't do nothing else.
yeah.
But
We
I'm
were
I'm
held.
happy for you, and your success is it's not an overnight success. I know it because we've been literally in the studios, your studio. I get. As a matter of fact, all, let me just give this man full credit. Sean Dolby and Leroy Harper.
Mm.
Without their studios, the Geno Jones show as you see it would not have. I had this vision, but it was their studios that really launched the show, uh, and it allowed me to eventually, instead of doing it once a week, now we're doing it 5 days a week. So I want to
I
thank you.
think what people have to keep in mind is a lot of the black community doesn't accept depression the way they should. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of, if you're going through depression, I'll just go to church, pray about it, or have another drink, or get you a new girl. Depression, when other people realize that you're going through depression, and I went through it for at least 10, 15 years,
Wow.
my entire time from in radio in South Carolina.
Mm.
Every time I left, I felt better, but I would come back. So people don't accept depression the way it should be until it blows up to some kind of major factor. Um, when people know that you're going through depression, they take advantage of it. And most of all, when you're depressed, you don't understand your own value. So I was underselling myself, shortchanging myself, and the whole nature boy thing came out. That was my way of trying to keep my head up, trying to keep strong, And I came through it. All I'm telling everybody is if you're doing music or media, stick with it. Okay, Michelle Obama has a podcast. Start your own podcast. You're not Michelle Obama, but just stick with it. If you got something to say or something to be heard, somebody out there will hear it and will follow you. That's all I'm saying.
And let me piggyback on that message because I've given that message on this show, in person, on stage. There's one thing that nobody on the planet. There's one thing that even Michelle Obama or Kobe or LeBron or Michael Jordan or President Obama. There's one thing that none of them can do better than you, and that is being the best version of you.
Yeah.
You master that. Nobody can beat you being the best version of you.
I mean, Geno, you know for a fact if somebody comes to me and says, I'd like to do this, if I feel like I can produce it, I've got it. Al Malik came to me, wanted to do mental health. Al Malik, I'm producing the Al Malik show, her podcast was my therapy. I tell her I love Al Malik to death. You understand it?
And she's a fan of the show. Shout out to Al Malik, my girl.
She was my rock, and I never told her. Producing her show helped me. All I'm saying is, you got something and you got talent, show it off because your talent may not be valuable to yourself, but to somebody else, it's value.
That part.
Understand your value, know it. That's how I jumped in this music thing. And I'm 55, and I'm just now starting to get my flowers.
Okay.
Musically.
Come on now. Come on. Come on with it. There you go. Preach, Pastor. Pastor Dolby.
I'm on the Geno Damn Jones show.
All right, look, I got about 90 seconds. So, KD Dawson, tell us quickly about him, and we're going to play his song.
Met him by way of Facebook. I heard his music, fell in love with it, simply reached out to him on Facebook Messenger. We connected, and he's my David Ruffin. He's my David Ruffin.
That's high praise
him up with
now.
Heather Rogers. Pairing him up with Heather Rogers. So you got Blue Eyed Soul and my David Ruffin. It's hot.
Well, that's some hella praise because you compare somebody to David Ruffin.
Yeah, boy, don't play around, man. He's David Ruffin without all the extra.
Wow, what did you say without all the extra?
He's David Ruffin without all the extra.
Because you were just talking about depression and if it was something that as our culture and community, if we didn't shame each other, back in the day, it was like, oh no, only white folks go see psychiatrists. Oh, you no, listen, mental health is real. As a matter of fact, I mean, being a black person, 400 plus years, 403 years of trauma, and trauma is passed down through your DNA too. People don't realize that. So listen, go ahead. We got about 30 seconds.
If it was not for music production, this is my safe haven I'm in. If it was not for this, believe me, I'm telling you on my children's life, I would have been dead about 5 years ago. I was that bad. So production, shout out to Groove Master Dre and Amelie and yourself, everybody who just kept pumping me up saying you could do it. So now I'm doing it and I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Wait, you're not alive. You are thriving, brother. So, man, congratulations. I love you. So you're going to get a call after the show. So, listen, we're going to talk about an angel investor. I don't know a whole lot about, as a matter of fact, because you family, I ain't going to try to take advantage. 50K will be a nice little seed amount. We're going to start at that. Trust me, man, that 50K seed amount, and you can cash app it to $ Dad.
You do realize Cash App don't do no more than $500 a day.
Well, just kind of break it up. Maybe like, Oh, every day.
Here we go.
Okay, well, how many days would it take to get to 50K?
About 6 years.
Okay, I'm patient.
Maybe give or take. Give or take a month or two.
All right, we can sell it then. How about that? We can.
I'm on the Geno Jones show, everybody.
Hey man, let everybody, before we lose your live shot, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and download some of your
Sean Dolby, SeanDolby, like sound. Sean Dolby on Facebook. My new Monday Night Live Something Soul Mix show is on there. Follow me, and of course, you'll be able to catch up and keep up with everything that I'm producing and everybody who I'm working with.
So listen, when you and Fat Man Scoop and Russell Wilson's wife put this together, I'm gonna need you to bring her. I'm gonna need you to bring Russell Wilson's wife, and you can bring Russell with you on the show.
I'm an Oakland Raider. I'm not bringing a Denver Bronco on the show.
Okay, well then you can bring Denver Broncos' wife on the show.
I can bring his cheerleader on the show, but you know.
Okay, that's cool. Well, just bring her. I mean, Russell's cool, but I don't. You know, his ass ain't making no hits. So.
Well, he ain't as cute.
No,
he ain't as cute.
No, not. There you go. On that, we lost the live shot. Okay, I got to get out of here. Listen, thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. in L.A. Go back and binge watch all my back episodes. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram. Kel B Cutting Up, KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones is the drip director. She directs the drip. The official fashion consultant. She's the wardrobe. Let me get the right phrasing. She's the wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. She's on Instagram, LX.NCL underscore is that little dash below. LX.NCL underscore. And Bruce Gage also wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram, on IG. Miglio di Mario Uomo. It's an Italian name, so it's MIGILIODI. The Miglio D is pronounced like DDEE, but it's spelled DIMARIOUOMO. Friday, the next live edition of the Geno Jones Show, the end of March. Friday, 6:30 p.m. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a big show, and we'll have the brand new video from Sean Dolby's new artist, KD Dawson, Beats by Sean Dolby. You're going to like it. I got a chance to preview it today. You'll get to see it for yourself tomorrow. Thank you to everybody. Always Nelly would say, everybody in the chat room. The chat room is on fire. Of course, my mother, Groove Master Dre, and I can even make out all the names. Let's see. Randall, shout out to Randall. Who else is there? I'm missing somebody. I can't really make out the name. But everybody that's in the chat room, I got nothing but love for you. Thank you. Please feel free to jump in the conversation in the chat room every day. All right, everybody. Thank you. I love you. I really do. I'll see you live Friday, March 30th. 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So go back and binge watch. If you missed some of this episode, go back and binge watch my conversation with Sean Dolby, your boy Orange Hitler, indicted by a New York City Manhattan DA. It's about to get real. It's about to get real. But nobody is above the law. So now your ass, Orange Hitler, you done found out too. All right, everybody. Until Friday, live, 6:30 p.m. as always, be blessed. Pray for peace. Thank you for watching.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.